Hey, what is up guys? Diddy67 here, and today, this is a quick review of Black Ops 3. The game has now been out for around a month, and I finally decided after logging quite a lot of time into this game that I would give my opinion on the game, and whether I enjoy it or not. You know, there's going to be some good things and some bad things in here, so I really hope you enjoy it. The first clip of this game is going to be with the M87 on Fringe, and yeah, I love this gun. That was one of my favourite guns in the game, and it's a very good clip. It just shows me, really trying to get a good clip for the video. Whereas my second game in the next clip, which we are with the Razorback on Combine, is a game that kind of shows a few issues with it, the lag and just a few other little kind of fuck-ups that I did. But anyway, let's get into the video. So, the first thing I liked that's very positive about this game is the fact that the movement system is just so fluid. It's just a complete improvement on the Advanced Warfare move system that I felt was very clunky, very kind of counterintuitive, and yeah, basically you just jumped up and down and kind of dashed forward. And yeah, it didn't really work well. But this one is just so much better. I honestly love it. The next good thing is the specialists. It's got a lot of the specialists brought much variety into the game. It means, you can change your classes, you can have a lot more fun. And, yeah, I mean, at the minute in this clip I'm using Reaper with the Psychosis. And it's pretty for just some challenges. I'm trying to go for the hero armor. But, yeah, it's one of my favourites. Psychosis has definitely become one of my favourite ones, just for how fun it is. It's not my favourite, but it's a good one. And, obviously with Scythe being very overpowered, which actually is my favourite, conveniently enough. Yeah, it's just much fun now. The specialists just bring a much improved need to the game, refreshes it, and yeah, I want to see them again. There is also a very good gun balancing, which is surprising because, Treyarch, not hating on them, don't exactly have the best track record with gun balancing, looking at the foul from Black Ops 2 being a prime example of that, but this one is so much better. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the balancing. Every gun feels very viable. Even the snipers now, without the aim assist, feel actually pretty viable if you know how to use them. It's more about player skill now. And yeah, I mean, it does feel very assault rifle and SMG kind of oriented, but you don't have to use them. You can use pretty much any gun. You can use a knife and still have a fun time. And that's really what's important here. The next thing that I really enjoy are just the maps. There are a lot of fun maps. There's a lot of variety. There are some maps that are a bit weak. Looking at stuff like Exodus and Aquarium are a little bit weak. Especially Exodus. It's a horrible map. That's my only map I hate playing it. I will skip that every time it comes up. But yeah, I love that map. Every map, apart from that one, really feels kind of fun, interesting. There's a lot of different tactics to play. And each map kind of feels different for each gun. I mean, I could use a sniper rifle on a close quarters map and still do as well as an SMG on a long range map. That is how good the gun balancing and the map design go together. And yeah, kind of talking about the guns again, it's a very welcome return to see the camo challenges come back. It's definitely way more of a challenge over Advanced Warfare and maybe even COD Ghosts. It kind of feels when you get that dark amount of camo after doing Diamond, it just feels like you've earned it. It's not the best system, but it's a little bit grindy, but I prefer it. I do prefer the grind, it puts a lot more effort into the game. It means you can have more fun. It means there's replayability in the game, and that's pretty much what's important now with Call of Duty kind of being on a bit of a decline. This game is a welcome return with everything, and honestly, yeah, it's great. I haven't really done well with the dark matter yet. I'm still working on it, but it doesn't feel terrible, and that's really good because bringing that replayability back, knowing that it's going to be a bit of a grind, kind of helps, because everything's been kind of Advanced Warfare was way too easy to get for gold and diamond camos. Even the Roy was pretty easy, especially for like assault rifles and SMGs. It was very easy to do. So bringing it back, making it more of a challenge, and it's great. And there's a lot of there's a lot more content. The supply drops make sense now. It's a little bit of a Counter-Strike system, but you know, it's not awful. You know, it's a bit of a grind to get the keys, but you know, you get some pretty good stuff out of them. And you know, I've had a few epics, I've had a few, you know, legendaries. But yeah, I mean, every time you get something, you know, you feel like, oh well, I didn't buy this. I'm sure it's gonna happen, monetization of supply drops and keys, crypto keys. But honestly, you know, it's each to their own. And yeah, I'm just gonna come to this game here, and then we're gonna go talk on some negatives. And I don't really want to talk about the negatives, but you know, I've got to do it. It's a review at the end of the day. So the first problem I really have negatively with this game is the fact of that there's still some server issues a month into the game. It's nowhere near as bad as it was at the start, but it's not great, you know. It's frustrating. This game has a very key example of just how bad the lag can get, where it just kind of freezes the game for a few seconds and kind of jerks on your movement. But it is an improvement, and it has got better, but yeah, it still needs tons of improvement, and honestly, we need dedicated servers. Peer-to-peer servers in a AAA game in 2015 on console is almost unacceptable. You know, the PC guys have it, and you know, it's better on PC, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the dedicated servers are a welcome improvement, and we need them now. You know, this game's been the best-selling Call of Duty game since I think Black Ops 2. You know, I mean, yeah, that was only 3 years ago, but that's a welcome improvement over Ghost and Advanced Warfare. So, you know, where are dedicated servers, Treyarch, man? Come on. There's also, as well as the gun balancing being very good, I do feel that a lot of guns are a bit melty. Looking at stuff like the VMP, the M8A7, the Razorback is even a bit melty now, and especially the Pharaoh is quite a dominant gun. It kind of feels as if, you know, it's kind of unfair to players that they don't get the chance to use every gun because some guns are a little bit more better than others. So, you know, I mean, obviously Treyarch will probably fix that in a hotfix soon, and I kind of hope they do, because that's something they have done well. As you know, I'd like to go back to another positive is they've hotfixed the game. There's been no 3.5 gigabyte patches that Sledgehammer did with Advanced Warfare. It feels, you know, unique and fresh. You know, to just come on and just have a hotfix takes like a minute to download, you know, and sort of fix rather than you know, just waiting for like 3 or 4 hours for an update to happen because of the fact that PSN is not exactly the best for downloads. But yeah, there's another huge problem that I like to address. That is the score streaks there's not very many good ones. You know, Sentry's pretty good. UAVs obviously essential, counter UAVs, care packages, but apart from that, there's not really anything that's kind of good about the game. There's not many other streaks that I would say were like, yeah, this streak's going to be the best streak to have, because, well, some of them, especially some like Motherships, and there was another streak, I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but they're very weak. You know, they have a lot of issues with them that kind of affect it. You know, I think the Mothership, for the streak it is, just definitely needs a buff. Because, you know, you get this thing, you know, a huge amount of score, but it doesn't do enough. So yeah, I mean, you know, score streak buffing does need to happen, and I think they also need to nerf the flashbangs and the concussions. Even with, you know, I mean, unless you want to run tac mask, those things are just the worst. You know, I honestly hate being flashed when I'm doing well or getting hit by a shock charge, because that just ruins everything. And that's another problem, but it's not a huge problem, but you know, it just needs a bit of a fix. There is also quite a big, and I'm going to say this is the biggest problem. There are still some bugs with character gear. It's not on all of them, but it's mostly with that Hive bloke. I honestly can't remember his name, but his Chupacabra gear to get the hero is, as far as I last knew, still very bugged. And that definitely needs a fix, because a lot of people are going for their completionist and they want it. You know, they want that thing and they can't do it. You know, I'm looking to complete this game. I'm a completionist, but yeah, it's a bit wrong. You know, it's probably been fixed, you know, since... I reckon it's probably been fixed in the last hotfix, but I have no idea. I haven't really seen anyone with the hero armor, and that kind of causes a problem. So, you know, they need to fix that. But all in all, this game is a massive leaps and bounds improvement over Advanced Warfare and Ghosts. You know, Ghosts was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of Infinity Ward wanting to reinvent themselves and just try something new, but it didn't really work. And Advanced Warfare was just a broken, two-gun dominated mess with a lot of monetization, customization, you know, focus on a lot more microtransactions. Whereas this game doesn't have many microtransactions in a minute, you know. There'll probably be some camos coming in the future, as they always do. But, honestly now, I mean, the zombies is pretty good. Shadows of Evil's a bit weak, and the Giants obviously just nostalgia fest, but it's unique and actually very fun zombies. I've put a lot of time. I haven't put much time into it, but you know, I aim to in the future and do some videos. And the campaign is just a complete headfuck. I mean, honestly, if you own this game and you haven't played the campaign, you know, you're kind of doing an injustice to yourself. But yeah, all in all, this game is just... This is honestly a return to form for Call of Duty. It's not going back to the heydays of Modern Warfare 2, COD 4 and World at War, but it is just a massive improvement. Overall, if I were to give this a score, I would give it around an 8 out of 10. It's an amazing game compared to what's been happening recently, but it's not quite there yet. Some improvements, you know, a few little bug fixes, some gun balancing and tuning to the score streaks will make this game honestly one of the best Call of Duties I would say made. I'd put this honestly as a top 5 behind probably, you know, COD 4, World at War, you know, and probably MW2. I'd put this 4th as my COD games. I love this game. But yeah, just a few improvements, but with the DLC being announced, it's gonna come back. I cannot honestly wait. Thank you guys for watching this video. My name has been Diddy67. Remember to like, favourite, comment on this video, share this with your friends, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and yeah, let me know what you think of this game in the comment section below. But anyway, for now, I will be seeing you in the next video.